Rockstar Games' newest announcement is great for GTA 6. We'll be talking about what they did and more all in this video today. So obviously, as each day goes on and we get no Grand Theft Auto 6 news, a lot of fans become worried that it's not going to meet that fall 2025 release date because this has been an unusual marketing pattern for Rockstar Games. They've really never gone this long without talking about a title and it still making its original date, which in this case would be fall 2025. And so a couple of days ago, Rockstar Games made its biggest announcement, and I would say a couple of months. And it's actually something they said they were going to do all the way back in November of 2024. They essentially teased this announcement that Grand Theft Auto 5 was going to be getting specific updates for the PC only, ones that we've had on the console for a few years now. And so Rockstar Games made the announcement, free upgrade for Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC coming March 4th. And that date is key because it essentially clears the way for Grand Theft Auto 6 news to finally come out. I feel like this was almost inevitable based on the way Rockstar Games announced it, that they weren't going to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6 until they got this out of the door. And that might be for a handful of reasons. It might just be that they wanted to sort of wrap up Grand Theft Auto 5, that they didn't want to take away from the hype of this, even though it's a free update, so they're not generating any sales by this. But I would imagine that they are anticipating more people getting on the game, buying shark cards, etc., which of course would lead to more sales. But again, this is going to be happening on March 4th, which means we only have a couple more days before this actually arrives. And I'll show you guys pretty much every screenshot that Rockstar Games put on the newswire, and I will of course leave a link to it in the description if you are interested in the updates that are coming to the PC platform. But this essentially feels like an all-encompassing newswire where they don't have to provide any further updates. They talk about everything you could imagine, like the PC specs you're going to need, how it's going to impact Grand Theft Auto Online, essentially the new version of GTA 5, and what updates they'll be providing for it going forward in the future. But again, getting back to that date, it feels like that's actually a long way away, but February is the shortest month of the year. So that's literally going to be next Tuesday when this update arrives. There's only 28 days in the month of February this year. And so because of that, it's a really short one, obviously, and March 4th is going to be here before we know it. And I feel like this clears the runway for Rockstar to finally now talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. And when I mean clear the runway, I really mean clear the runway, because it seems like they're going to be introducing the last of all the GTA Online content coming from the December 2024 DLC update. Because one of the final things that's going to be coming that Rockstar Games teased at the very bottom of the newswire is this. It says this: stay tuned for more information on the Rockstar Newswire, including details on the latest new update for GTA Online, coming next month, featuring some sky-high illicit revenue opportunities from an old contact, Oscar Guzman. And if you're wondering when that's going to be arriving, well, Insider Tez Funds 2 has a pretty good theory. He ended up tweeting this: Rockstar teased the Cluckenbell Farm raid on February 22nd, 2024, 2 weeks ahead of its March 7th, 2024 release. Following the same pattern, we can expect the Oscar Guzman files again strand to drop on March 4th, 2025, the exact same date that Rockstar is going to be pushing out the free update for GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online on PC. In fact, they've already started teasing it in GTA Online. So literally, no pun intended, because this is going to be taking place at McKenzie Airfield, Rockstar really is clearing the runway for Grand Theft Auto 6 to be announced. And I'm not the only one that feels this way. There's a lot of people in the community. There's fans that believe, okay, now that Rockstar's finally gotten this out of the way, they can begin to discuss and talk about Grand Theft Auto 6 finally, whatever that would be, whether that it is announcing that it is going to stick in fall 2025. Some have speculated that there's going to still be a delay and that they're announcing this now because it's a big free update and people are excited about it and sort of will soften the blow of some bad news. And while we can't predict really what Rockstar is going to talk about, again, this does sort of free the runway for them to finally move on and talk about Grand Theft Auto 6 now. And since we're on the subject of PC and Grand Theft Auto 6, one thing we need to talk about is an update to a major story. We covered it a couple of weeks ago. You guys might have remembered that we heard from the CEO of Corsair actually saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 on PC was going to be arriving in early 2026, which even if you don't play on PC and you're a console guy, that should have just given you confidence that, hey, it's still going to come out in fall 2025. All good, everyone. Remember that during the call, he ended up saying, yeah, GTA 6 is probably the one everyone is talking about, and we'll get a glimpse of that, I think, later in the year for console. My understanding now is that it will come out in the fall for console and then early 2026 for PC. However, IGN actually reached out to Corsair, seeing if they could clarify on that, like, do they have any insider information that we don't know about? And a representative for the company confirmed that his comments were speculation and confirmed that they do not have any release date supplied from Rockstar Take-Two Interactive. That seems a little suspicious. I feel like if he was confident enough to say, hey, it's coming out in early 2026 the first time around, that he's probably heard some things about it. And obviously, when they were reached out for comment, they're going to say, oh, yeah, we probably need to like roll back that comment a little bit. It probably wasn't the best to say that now that people are freaking out about it. But either way, that was sort of an update to the story that I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully it will still come out in early 2026, although I just don't feel like that's enough time for Rockstar. They typically like to give the consoles at least a year, which is what they did with Red Dead Redemption 2. They gave it more than a year with GTA 5, although it got an update for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Who knows if that'll happen this time around, but either way, the earlier we can get the game on all systems so that everyone can enjoy it, the better. So with all that in mind, now the big question is, when will we hear from Rockstar Games next about Grand Theft Auto 6 after they've made this big time announcement? And if I was a betting man, I'm going to say it's going to come after the release of this update on PC. And the reason I say that is because obviously the next time Rockstar talks about Grand Theft Auto 6 officially, it's going to create massive headlines. And that's going to be really anything that everyone can talk about. And I think in a way that might take people away from Grand Theft Auto Online and GTA 5 getting this free update on PC. So I think they want to get that out the door. It's only a week away. And then again, I feel like any time after that is a perfect opportunity. It could happen when we least expect it. We know it's got to occur before May 2025 because we know that's when Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar Games' parent company, is going to have to actually update their entire portfolio. They're not at that point in time going to be able to say fall 2025 anymore. It's either going to be a specific release date or it's going to be delayed. So we know that at some point in time they will have to talk about the game, but anytime after March and after that March 4th date is really shaping up nicely. That's when I think they'll do it. I don't think it'll be within the next 7 days. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today. And when do you think we'll hear from Rockstar Games next regarding Grand Theft Auto 6? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.